Okay, we'll focus on. I'll finish this one only. Then we will see the next one. So this way we are going to be create our application, our project by means of uh, these are simple screenshots. So we need to choose appropriate activity name. By default, main activity will come over here, or you may give our own name here. The activity is a Java file name, or these actions where you are going to be written and that is going to be executed by the Java Android compilers. So this is a common scenario how we are going to be create a new application. And there is the information. Please go through all these things. Actually, we don't book, and you go through all these things step by step. So inside this utility, Android platform provides a framework API that applications can use, can interact with the underlying Android systems. Usually, you may write certain packages inside certain classes inside packages, or you are going to be define certain things by means of layouts in the form of XML files, and you are maintaining certain resources like pictures and all, and so on. And also every project will have a one manifest file, so which is used to define how you are going to be start and how you are going to be use existing uh, hardware components like mobile camera and all these permissions are going to be referred or maintained inside manifest file like permissions and all. And we need to use some intents which are moving from one screen to another screen and so on. So these are the way how you are going to be interact with Android applications in the form of a framework. And whenever you are defining, we need to put one integer value. That value you can call it as Android API value. That integer value try to mention a lower version of this in order to give a proper compatibility to all the higher version Android SDK which you are using. So whenever you are, so this is a backward compatibility. I'll explain again. So these are the information. So say for example, we are using 4.1 version which is of Jelly Bean. And say for example, if you build on any Froyo or any other, say for example, so this is the minimum SDK if you choose. This particular version is able to run all the above versions, but it is not supposed to work on the lower version. So this is the minimum SDK required is 8, which is able to work on the above versions. So that's why we need to put the backward compatibility is available here, whatever the higher version you are using, but the minimum SDK is happily work on that particular thing. So that's why usually you are putting Jelly Bean version 4.1 or before that, but it is able to run in our latest versions of Android. So this is a simple information, but in reverse it is not possible. Whenever you build any application of higher version, but that never supports in the lower versions. And this the same scenario happens from the first day onwards. This is a directory structure which you are having as a package explorer where a project will have all these folders. Again, the same things we need to discuss again in this particular second unit. So what is SRC, what is the GN folder, right? And what is assets and bin directory, RES folder, and so on. We will see in a short all these things. The SRC folder is a folder where you are going to be maintain all the Java source files. That files will be there. Files will be available in SRC folder. There we need to expand the SRC folder. In that we can find the package. Inside package we can find the Java file. Right. So all the
Hi, sir.
source file. Hello. Hello. Yes. Am I clear to you all? Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please focus on why, because it is already we discussed with by means of Eclipse and Android Studio. I am revising all these folders again, and this is about the SRC folder. Inside source folder we can find Java files. The Java file will be there inside package folder. You expand it, there you can find the package. So here you can see this is a package name. Inside this package name, you can find the Java files. Whatever the name you are mentioning as a activity name, that name will come over here with the name of .java file. That should be there inside SRC folder, right? So next one is so the why we go for these packages? Anyone? Already we come across in Java even the packages you are creating means for what sake you are creating packages, and is there any advantage of maintaining packages? But Android will, even though a simple hello world application also, it maintains its own package. The main advantage of package is nothing but group of similar or related files together you are keeping inside one folder. You are naming that one as a package. Think that my application, my project needs certain class files which are related to that particular thing. That things I can put inside one folder. I can make that one as a package. And if any other person, if they created with the same name of the class, which may override the existing project class file, so which leads unwanted issues. I don't want to give that name collision. I created one file with the name, say for example, test dot class file. Some other user they created is the same test dot class and they compiled. This file will be overridden with a new file, which is very important for my project. So what happened? The project never works. I don't want to give that name collision to override the existing class files, override the existing project files. So I would like to keep all my related project information inside one folder, and I name that one as package. I can keep all the class files, related files inside that particular package. If any other person they created their own in separate package, though these two will have the same name as test. These two are individual and they are there in different packages. So there is no need, there is no collision of names. To avoid that, I can maintain individual packages. That's the main advantage of maintaining packages. Created file, a folder, and package. Also maintain their own information inside separate package. That these two packages will have the same name. They are the two different. If you didn't mention the package, the first test is going to be override with the second test class file. So what happened? The first project never works. That's we need to avoid the name collisions. Try to maintain the packages. There's a simple application which we come across in Java even. Coming to Android project files, inside package files, at least there we need to define at least one activity. So we need to create at least one activity file, at least one Java file, which will give you appropriate action. If you want to run, at least we need to maintain at least one activity file, one Java file. This file, activity file, automatically defines as the default launch activity in the Android manifest file. So inside manifest file, we need to register this activity. It should done automatically. Whenever you run the application, at least we require one activity file that should be automatically registered inside manifest file. I'll show you all those things. And the next one is Gen folder. Gen, just go through here. So there is a Gen folder. Is it visible to you all?
Yes, yes.
కనబడుతుందా ఇది?
కనిపిస్తుంది.
ఈ జెన్ ఫోల్డర్లో ఒక ఫైల్ ఉంటుందమ్మా, r.java ఫైల్ అనేది. This is a very important file. And debug is a one more. We can go for build debug config and all. See here. So inside gen folder, we can find r.java file, which is automatically generated file or pre-compiled Java file. This Java file will have all the resources, all the project, all the XML file, all the Java file. Together, it generates one file with the name of r.java. This file will go for the compilation. We should not have any right to alter this r.java file. This is system generated file. It is meant to go for compilation, and this file will be converted into byte format that file will be converted again into DX format by means of DBMs. And also we can find one more, that is build config.java file to run any code in debug mode. If you want to run any file directly, you can go for run, compile and run. If you want to run any particular file in debug mode, in order to verify what happened in that particular stage, we need to check and verify, but things done by means of build config Java file. So there you can find one debug constant, which is helps for running in debug functions in order. So next one is inside again. This all comes under DX format. The R file is converted into appropriate bytecode, and that file is going to be converted to text format. That should be done by means of DBM. Don't forget, DBM is a file or like JVM which converts the bytecode file into text format. That will be run for us. And jar file is a file where you are going to be zip certain related files together in the form of jar files. Just like tar files, zip files, rar files, like that. Java archive files, which are the relevant Java files, are grouped to form. You can make that one as a jar files. And next one, assets. So assets are the file or folder where you are going to be keep certain information which are not meant for compilation, which is uncompiled information. Try to maintain inside asset folder, like maintaining the fonts, like maintaining jar files, and also some which is not meant for the compilation purpose, like maintaining text files and all. All these will be there inside asset folder, which is not meant for compilation. Uncompiled information will be keep inside this asset file. The system r.id never create any IDs for this. Please remember, r.id will create every reference by means of r.id and so on. But these things will not be maintained. These things will be not maintained by means of IDs. These are pre-compiled. These are pre-compiled. These are uncompiled information. అది ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ చూడండి అది. అమ్మా కోతులు బాగా మిస్ అవుతున్నాయి స్టూడెంట్స్ని. డోర్ వేసేస్తే. So next one is the bin folder. So where we can find certain libraries all. And next one is the RES folder. There you can find drawable folders like different resolutions, right? Say for example, based on our project where you are going to be deploying, whether you are deploying in high-end configured or low-end configured or medium, based on the resolution, we need to maintain appropriate pictures, resolution pictures. That should be maintained in each and every different folders in order to deploy automatically. So instead of writing hard code representation, like that particular project is meant for that particular mobile, like that, you can deploy the same application, the same project on any mobile. Based on that, if the mobile is high intensity, we need to choose appropriate pictures in that high definition folders. If you deploy in a low intensity mobile, the system will choose, the mobile will choose appropriate low intensity pixels based on. So the things will done automatically. I'll give you one more example.